Deus Vult, my fellow gamers. Here we are. This isn't going to be like a Kings of War video or anything like that, but this is just something I'm doing for my brother, really, and it's kind of on the gaming side of things. Anyway, let me explain. So Gale Force 9 came out with these aliens, and they're pretty cool. They are part of a game, okay? Now these in this box set, it's kind of like an erroneous box set, like if you wanted to just have extras. But it's kind of like a board game that you can solo play and whatnot. They do have, of course, this bad baby right here. And like a buddy of mine gave these things to me. I did back in the day enjoy Aliens. I thought that they were much better. The big debate, Aliens versus Predators, I was always vehemently on the Alien side. And, and I always will be because, they're just more badass. But anyway, so I thought that I'd go over this and show you what I'm doing. Now, I am building this up for my brother, and what I've done is they all have little bases, and you can see that their little feet are stuck to them. So what I've done, just cut the bases off separately, gave them a dry brush because they actually have color, metal. I was tempted to do some rust on them, but I want to crank these guys out very fast, and there's 12 of these jokers, plus the queen. So what I'll do is I'll scrape off the silver paint from these with a very sharp X-Acto knife and try to get them back to black. Maybe I'll just paint them. That may be easier. They won't match the rest of the bodies because the bodies, I'm just leaving black from the sprue. Now, these guys are all marked. There's the B3 part, there's the B1 part, and the B2 head. They actually have 2 heads each. Where's the other B head for this guy? The B2 head right there. So they have a closed mouth and an open mouth. Okay. Some of them have that secondary mouth shooting out there. That's pretty cool. So all tails and all arms are interchangeable. So I'm not doing anything with those yet. What I am doing is I'm just building the numbered components. Got 6 here, half of them done. I'm building the numbered components. They're all in basic running poses, and I'm leaving them the black. Namely, my brother isn't a gamer. And, with lay people that aren't gamers and whatnot, they would handle miniatures rough and stuff like that. They're not going to keep care of them like a gamer would. Actually, most gamers don't take care of their miniatures. What am I talking about? But someone like me, an aged gamer, let's say a leveled up gamer, would take care of miniatures. But I'm leaving this guy black because, he's got plenty of shine in the sunlight. And let's face it, aliens are black. It was a capital choice to mold their plastic in black. Their teeth are see-through. Their blood is bright green. Oh, no, that's predators. These guys are just acid blood. Which is kind of a green as well, but anyway, they're just straight up black and glossy. I think this is perfect. The only thing to make them better is the bases. So I'll give the feet a paint job. I have already primed, dry brushed, and dull coated these bases, so they're all sealed up and protected. So I can probably. I have a thing from Army Painter, and it's called Less Shine. It isn't a pure dull coat. It's like a paint on. It's more of, not semi-gloss, but a satin. It's a satin look, so I think it might match these guys pretty good. So I have cleaned all the mold lines off because I am that guy. I cannot have mold lines on miniatures. So I got 6 here put together. well, kind of put together. It's just the numbered parts. And you have to do the numbered parts, namely, they fit together appropriately. And this head comes with this spine section here. And that spine section's bent according to the body shape. So the heads are not interchangeable, which is a shame, but you know, hey. I think they're actually pretty kick-ass models. They're not to scale really with 28 mil. They're smaller than that. But I did finish up Yay Old Queenie because I mean, she was bigger components, and she was, you gotta do the queen first, in my opinion. So, a really cool model, but if I don't have the game to go with it, then I'm just, I just don't want a bunch of aliens hanging out in my cases. I mean, they're cool, but yeah, I have no use for them. Now, my brother, he can set them up however he wants to. Chasing up little guys or something. Later on, I might endeavor to try to find some of the Marines separately, and then I can actually paint them. But these aliens, just stock from the black plastic, look fine, as long as you paint up the bases, because the bases are molded in the same plastic color as these guys. And of course, the Tamiya extra thin cement works perfectly fine. With holding these together, you get a really good firm grip. There isn't much modularity in these guys because you can't really move their arms up and down. And I mean, this head is at this cant. It's just how the model's sculpted with the neck pieces. So it's just at that cant. You can't have her with the mouth closed. You would have to do a lot of green stuff and sculpting, which wouldn't be hard because the models aren't too detailed. They're detailed enough, but they're just not detailed. And if this were a true 28 millimeter model, I mean, they don't think it'd be like this big. So I guess saving costs. And it's Gale Force 9, so you can't really go wrong with Gale Force 9. Even their cheap products, which this is a cheap product, is still excellent quality. I love Gale Force 9. So, wonderful shine to these, and they look great. The ones on the boxes, they gave them white fingernails for some reason. I think that those are supposed to be clear and black as well. I think the ones in the original Alien were black. But then all they did was give a gray dry brush to them. Of course, they did the black edges for the bases, which is a modern thing. I just did everything steel. But yeah, they just did that. Let me see if I can show you. I mean, yeah, white teeth, white nails, and then gray. Yeah, those guys on the end, you can see better. They just did gray. And really, she shines just good enough. You can see all the contours and detail. And this is kind of what they are. They're kind of slimy, and they're just black. No need to go crazy with them. And like I said, I'm just doing this very, very quickly for my bro. So he can have something to mess with, I guess, set up like they're chasing around somebody or something. I am doing up my second Lycanus. Carving the inside of this hand is a pain in the butt. It's like he's holding giant Lego blocks or something inside of his hand. So you have to carve all the slopes of the fingers separately. It's a pain. And then when I get that done, I have to do all the green stuff around. And I mean, he's like Canis. He's awesome. His rules are great. So, and yeah, werewolves, go werewolves. So I just wanted to post this up real quick. And they don't look bad. Do up the bases, leave them plastic, and they'll be nice and robust for anybody to beat up and play with. Rawr. He's got himself a little kid, so the little kid might get a hold of these, in which case his tail might get bent straight. But they should be robust enough. Actually, when these guys are together, they're pretty big models with that giant tail. So they look cool. It'll be nice to have them all together and whatnot, but Anyway, you guys take it easy. Carry your liaison.